Some people might say, well, you knew he was Muslim. You knew he probably had a second wife, or he would want a second wife. So I don't know why you're complaining. and it's like, well, the reason why I have an issue with it is because I had a candid conversation with this man when we first met. And I kind of laid out what my expectations were and who I was and what I wanted and what I did not want and what my deal breakers were. So I never agreed to become a polygamist. And that's not going to change. I don't know if they think like once you get older and you have children and you're comfortable, you'll be more likely to kind of just agree with it because you feel trapped. But I I don't like, to me it's like a snake move. If you already knew that wasn't part of my religion, it's not part of my culture, it's not part of my belief system, and you marry me anyway, and then you have me like 13 years into a marriage with children, and you decide that you just want to do a whole 180-degree turn and try to force me into something I already told you I didn't want, that's a snake move. Now I don't trust you. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no way. Not for me. And so the other thing I don't like about it, it's like, okay, I've been watching you. We're now on year 17 and in the middle of a divorce. And although I have seen some adjustments, I have seen you make some changes. It's like you never really addressed the problems in your first marriage, but now you want to have a second marriage. It almost feels like to me we're going back to the punishing thing. Since you will not do what I want you to do, you will not adapt the way I want you to adapt, you will not conform the way I want you to conform, now I'm going to go get a second wife as a punishment to you for not doing what I wanted you to do. And it's kind of like, if you feel like you need to punish me to get me in line or to put me in my place or to force me into a belief system that I don't even believe in, then you clearly don't love me. You are just trying to control me. And so it's like, I'm 48 years old. When you're like 48 years old and menopause, like perimenopause kicks in, you get like crystal clear clarity about nonsense and BS. You don't have any time for it. So I see you trying to bully me into a situation that I don't want to be in, and it's like a silent bullying, right? Because if you wait 13 years, like you've been real patient in trying to get me to agree with this thing, okay? It's like you're trying to bully me into, force me into living a lifestyle that I don't believe in. That perimenopause started responding. It was kind of like, if you can't turn into a French fry or a cheesecake, I don't really care what you're talking about. It's just like, you want to argue with me about what? No, I'm going to lay down and take a nap. I don't got no time for it. You don't want to work on the marriage. You don't want to work. You don't want to communicate. You don't want to connect. You just want to, keep doing what you've been doing, even though you see it's not working. Okay, go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go over here and focus on something that makes me happy. That perimenopause will get you right. I just, I don't know if I got just older and more mature. It's like, I'm not about to start arguing with you about this nonsense. Do you think that I want to compete with another woman for your affection and you don't even show any affection? Like, you need to figure out the affection part first. You couldn't figure it out with your first wife and now you want to add a second wife? No. No. And I've seen in Africa, like polygamous marriages where, I mean, the women there, they don't, it's not like they have a choice. A lot of them grow up in polygamous households, so it's normal for them. It makes sense to them. That's how they grew up. And like I said, they don't have really a lot of choice. The Muslim men believe, and I have had multiple of them come and say this to me, that they have a right to have a second wife. They have a right to do it. That's what they believe. So it's like, after 13 years, when you finally tell me you want a second wife, and everybody's been speculating that he has one, he's hiding one. I haven't seen or heard from a second wife yet, but I'm not sticking around to find out either. It's kind of like, I can accept that that's your belief system, and I'm not willing to change my belief system. So I, filed for divorce. We had a first hearing, then we had to go to mediation. Then we came up with a marriage settlement agreement. And now we're waiting to go to court again. It's like, I'm not sticking around and waiting until I'm 50 for you to tell me you're marrying a 25-year-old and she can start having children, and then no, that's not how I want to retire. That's not how I want to. You trying to add stress to my life when I'm supposed to be relaxing and helping with my grandchildren if I have any. I don't want to be stressed about you and another woman. No thanks. Y'all can do that without me. That's why, gotta be careful. Sometimes people are not really upfront with you about their true intentions. Yeah. That's why you hear a lot of Black Americans say, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. But sometimes it takes a while before they show you who they really are and what they really want, because they were kind of making you think that they were what you wanted, because they wanted you. They wanted you in a certain place or a certain position, and they wanted to hold you there, right? It's just weird. I don't know why people can't just be honest. It would make more sense. If you know that you're Muslim and you know that you want to have multiple wives, that you would choose women that want to live that lifestyle or grew up in polygamous marriages and understand how that's all supposed to work. Why would you marry somebody who doesn't even believe in polygamy and then try to force them to be a polygamist? And why would you have a second marriage when you haven't figured out how to solve the problems in your first marriage? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. So I don't know if there's a second wife yet, but I do know that many are married in America and they're also married in Africa. Now, when I went to Africa, I didn't hear or see any wife. But I know for a fact that some wives in Africa are very quiet If the husband has a foreign wife, they stay quiet because that foreign wife is bringing in money. You see what I'm saying? And he was taking that money to help take care of her and her kids. So it's not that way for me because I'm not giving nobody any money. But I'm telling you what I saw. Like, I'm not. No, I'm not. No way. But that's what I saw when I went over there. I would hear African men say, like, their foreign wives, they built entire houses, land, businesses, everything. They'll be over in Europe or over in the US for part of the year and then part of the year in Africa. The part of the year where they're not in Africa, his other wife or wives come and live in the house that she built. And then when they know that the foreign wife is coming back to Africa, they pack up their stuff and move out like they were never there. And they never say a word because they want to keep whatever this foreign woman is bringing into their life. Money, land, property, cars, benefits of some kind. Yeah. So that's another thing to think about when you're marrying someone from Africa and you live in America. Things happen.